Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from whatever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, some of us have been making noise on social media about the insecurity in Nairobi and across the country because we have been getting a lot of clips, photos showing on how Kenyans are suffering on the streets of Nairobi. And finally, today we wake up in the morning and we got the news that the president has finally given an order to deploy the GSU RDU within the city to tackle the issue of insecurity and restore the security in Nairobi. So the crime has to be stopped by every means possible. That's what is going on. So we want to see how the president is going to sort out this issue. But then there are also a post that I'm wondering what pushed William Ruto to the corner to now then deploy the GSU to restore peace in Nairobi. Because Senator Kiprotich Arap Cherargei also was one of the victims within the city who met with the thugs and they dealt with him. This is what he shared before the president issuing an order to deploy the security. A fortnight ago, I lost left side mirror of my car while stuck on a traffic along Valley Road being removed forcefully by thug. Nairobi is now a crime city and a gang's heaven. The security lapse across the nation must be addressed immediately by reorganizing of security sector. Now, the CS for Interior, Kithure Kindiki, this is what he's saying. We want to change everything to improve the face of the police. We will even change the police uniform if they don't like it. We will ask them to choose the design that they like. Before even going to the issue of security, Kithure Kindiki should know that uniform alone is not enough. Even that was not a big deal. The issue is pay our police officers a good salary. Mshahara wa heshima. Number 2, check on their welfare. Do they have good house? Do they have good house? Wanaishi kwa nyumba za heshima. Once they deal with these two things, their welfare and the salary, uniform will come in. But these two are main things, because if you don't pay them nicely, what will stop them from taking bribe? Because after all of us are looking for money. Now, I'm convinced to some extent, Cherargei cry about losing a side mirror and exposing the government, because now he's talking as a member of UDA party in Kenya Kwanza and a man who is, of course, an ally to William Samoei Ruto. When you talk about insecurity in Nairobi, wail about how the thugs dealt with him in a jam, and openly referring to Nairobi as a city of gangs heaven. That alone is enough to expose the government. So Cherargei is simply exposing William Samoei Ruto weakness, the mistake he has done within Nairobi. And Ruto, having got this information, and what we have been talking about here, of course, and other avenues of communication, the president is now coming back to his senses. Instead of demoralizing police officers in this country, instead of jailing them, they need advice, counsel, and empowerment to do their work. And where they do good, reward them. But not demoralize the police officers. And then you expose many Kenyans to such kind of humiliation situation where now smuggling is happening. Is it smuggling or muggling? It's happening. People are being beaten left, right, center. Watu wanadunga visu. Wacha tu kupigwa. Watu wanakufa. That is where we are. So Ruto is realizing that there is a big problem, and he has given up by now deploying the GSU officers within the city to restore peace. Someone just come in the city with a knife and just kill you because you need something you are carrying, like maybe a phone or just little coins you are having. It is actually a lawless city. Is a heaven for the gangs. So we are going to see how the president is going to push this and how he will manage. And I told you, there's no way Ruto will serve for 5 years term in office without some kind of a special unit of police officers closer to what we had, like a special service unit or ile kwere ama ile ingine inaitwa namna gani, flying squad, those ones. At least we need something closer to that to help him restore peace in this country. Without that, he is a man who has been exposed as the most weak president who cannot make an informed decision. A man who wants to go with the popular decision, populist. But then where is this populist decision sending him? Because now Ruto has been turning to be a weak president. He had been exposed so much. So I hope they will take time to do the right thing. Changing the police uniform is not enough. As you bring them back to the city to restore peace, think about their salary. Think about their welfare. Why jail the police officers? Why intimidate them instead of correcting them? They have generalized the police officers as an enemy of the people. But now, we have known the real enemy of the people. Most of these police officers were doing a good job. So that's the situation we are in now. And now Ruto's close ally are being some of the victim to this matter. We can go ahead and say that Ruto definitely is coming in because his close ally have suffered. If they are not going to suffer, then he has been keeping quiet. Because it is really telling, why is he just restoring peace after some of his allies started crying on social media? It means he's reacting to what they are saying now. But why was he not listening from the word go when we are talking here? When every Kenyan has been crying about security. So is he taking care of the interest of his people, the politicians, the friends, the people who matter to him, and not the common mwananchi whom he sweared to protect? Ruto took an oath of office to protect this country from criminals. And again, in our constitution, they are saying that every life should be protected. But he had allowed Kenyans, he had left Kenyans' life in the hands of thugs. They were telling us to cooperate with the people who are robbing us. Just look at that. Cooperate with thugs when they are robbing you. It means, again, Ruto is responding to the message that the new IG was sending out. And I told you that the IG was not speaking to Kenyans. The IG was simply speaking to the president. When he's not talking about Kenyans should cooperate with the thieves, you are simply talking to the president. Whatever you have done is wrong. You have exposed the country. You have left Kenyans in the hands of thugs. Now they have no one to help them. So they have to be submissive to thieves. So that they rob you and at least they don't harm you. But again, even these thugs, when they are robbing you, whether you are trying to defend yourself or you are trying to resist, They still just stab you with a knife. Why stab someone with a knife? And you have already robbed him. They are robbing women, even women. People you should sympathize with. They are stabbing women with knives. So Ruto is also responding to the IG. We will wait and see how they will sort out this issue. And again, we will just come here and speak about it. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video. But let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation.